Hello, and welcome to some Burning Wheel. That was a scary face. That was a good way to come in.
It's my
Uh,
death face.
no. I hope there is no death in our idyllic town of Stockchester in the game of Harvest Valley. Um, we don't want death. We want some Burning Wheel. But first, we should say hello, everybody. Hello. Unfortunately,
Hello.
we missed last week because I was not feeling well, and we're missing an Esteban this week. Um, so we're just gonna press forward. We couldn't stream last week because it's my channel, so can't play without me. I'm a little egotistical like that. Anyway, how are you two doing?
Death is an ever-present force in the universe.
That's accurate, but a little sad.
Do you want to talk about it?
I'd better not.
Oh,
All right.
I was visiting
that was
my
a good
uncle.
read.
I was visiting my uncle today, and he started showing me pictures of my grandma, who she passed away, I think, last year, and I still miss her a lot.
Yeah, I feel that. My grandma's been gone for, oh my gosh, six years now. I miss her a lot too. So
Yeah.
Sam, you do anything exciting that's maybe less depressing?
Am I doing anything exciting? I this week has been calm so far, but last week I had some great startings of new role-playing games that are very exciting, which is always fun.
It's like starting a new romance.
Oh, I know. Oh, don't I know it? But yeah, so I'm gonna be doing more of that this weekend, which is always fun. But yeah, I'm excited to burn some wheels. As always, I love this game. I was talking about this game for like an hour and a half in Discord earlier today.
Nice.
And because I have things to say. If you guys couldn't tell out there, I have things to say.
You are very
important
opinionated.
But yeah, it's good. Life's good. I can't complain.
That's good. That's really good. I'm still looking for a dog and still failing to find a dog. We finally got some leads, maybe. But the puppies are too young to adopt. And so we're still looking for other options because we really wanted an older dog instead of a puppy anyway. So it's a question of, can we still not find a dog by the time the puppies are available for adoption?
Puppies are tremendously cute, but they are such a pain. They are such a pain.
I know. That's why we're looking for a dog and not a puppy. But, if we found exactly the right puppy, we might be able to,
make it happen.
Make it happen. Make ourselves do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Was I in this apartment the last time we streamed?
I
don't know that I was.
I don't think you were.
So that's
No.
another new thing since last time we were on the show.
I'm
I
pretty
moved.
sure the last time we were on this show, you're like, all right, I'm going to move tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can't tell
yeah.
if you moved or you just cleaned your room.
No, I moved. The nice thing about my new streaming space is that you guys can't tell how messy my entire apartment is. The last one just like looked out over my mess. This one is like kind of enclosed so that it's easy to make it look like my apartment's clean.
Nice.
It's a
That's why I
secret
have
of
this
a-
green screen.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Secret,
this is
very
actually
secret.
green. It's just that my webcam doesn't know what color is,
That makes
or
sense.
that my lights are mysteriously yellow when they shouldn't be.
Could be both of those.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past.
I need to get a anti-yellow screen.
That's a thing. That is a thing.
Is it actually a thing?
Pretty sure that like you get.
I know
like
it exists in comic books, but I'm not sure about real life.
I mean,
I read a cool thing about a bird. That weird bird from that was like going around all over from planet Earth, the one that like does the like weird peacock thing with the face. Apparently its feathers are a color that is so black that it actually absorbs light.
Yes, that is a thing.
I apparently am behind on all the comics.
Nature fact of the day.
It's a nature thing?
Yeah, it's a
It's
real
a bird.
A real bird. Like a real bird.
I'm gonna look it up for you.
Please, I haven't seen it. Just, yeah, I
Actually,
want to see.
They made a paint like that for
They
the
did.
U.S. military.
I've seen demos of that paint, which is pretty cool.
Maybe it was based off of this bird.
Maybe.
That's why we don't know about the bird. The bird's actually classified, top secret. And FBI agents are going to arrive and
just
take Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, this is amazing. So I didn't know what the bird was called, and I found it by typing in tropical bird with a weird face.
Can you put that in?
Yeah, I'll put it in chat.
Anywhere other than the Zoom call because I can't click on links there.
Are you sure that's a bird? That looks terrifying.
So that's like what it looks like when it's in its mating ritual. That's like with it doing like a peacock feather thing. And then when it's not, it just like shrinks down and just looks like a normal like black bird with like light blue wings.
So that looks like that looks like it's like a weird Miyazaki monster, like the little guys from.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, except black, obviously, with blue. Black.
I would not date this bird.
So this picture is good because it's with the female, and you can kind of like imagine what the male bird would look like if it wasn't
not so dark black,
going crazy. But like the difference in the way the two birds look is like so interesting.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
So yeah,
which one is the male?
The black one with the weird face thing on it, and then like when it isn't like displaying its feathers, it looks basically just like a black and blue version of the brown bird.
Huh. Oh,
Nature's scary,
fascinating.
guys.
Nature is cool.
I agree.
It has talking mice.
We should burn down nature and just build parking lots everywhere. It's safer.
I agree. Wait, no, I don't agree.
I do not agree.
If we do that, it'll just make the vampire population rise.
Ugh, can't be. You gotta be careful with vampire population. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a problem. They just love hanging out in vacant lots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wasn't sure where you were going there. I was like, does the nature attack vampires? Or...
Have you never played World of Darkness game?
I
saw where you were going. It's fine.
No, I figured it out once you said the parking lot thing. But before that, I was like, wait, what?
Well, talking about talking mice, I think we had some Burning Wheel to play, maybe.
Yeah, let's do some Burning Wheel.
Last week, we got our butts kicked by talking mice. And oh boy, did they kick our butts.
They just rolled 4 or 5 dice. It's okay.
And we rolled bullshit.
I can muster 4 or 5 dice in like 2 of my skills. I'm a 3 life path character.
Yeah.
I guess that's the thing, huh?
Yeah. Let's go over our beliefs, because Burning Wheel is all about the bits. I am playing Ashlyn. I am a city folk farmer is what I called my character concept. I used to be an accountant, and now I'm a farmer because I wanted to retire or take care of my uncle's farm. You know, I got bored with the city, that's all. And now apparently I am the prophet for the harvest goddess, and so that's great.
Oh, that's really cool.
I don't think he ever signed out. So my beliefs are: Ash can become the next clockmaker that Stockchester so desperately needs. I'll help her by introducing her around town so everybody can know about her talents. Belief number 2. Visiting my friends like... this is one we're probably not going to get to, but visiting my friends Ash and Winter takes many hours out of my already busy days. With Esteban and Ned's help, we can figure out how to connect those strange doors in the mines to the one in my basement that matches. And finally, my faithful belief for being the prophet of the harvest goddess is between these talking mice and our charge to make a new magical mirror, I need to explore my magical powers. It's being a farmer's all about.
I kind of forgot we were on the hook for that mirror.
No, totally forget. There won't be any consequences.
Well, here's the thing, though, Golden. Think about how long a god's life is. So, like, we can just be like, we need a couple more days. And, you know, then a year or two passes, and sooner or later, I'm dead.
I mean, you can try that strategy if you like.
Look, Ned has a long history of contract work. He knows how to draw a project out as long as possible.
Sooner rather than later, I think, if you try that.
Should I talk about my character? Were you done? Did I interrupt you?
Those are all my beliefs. I mean, I can just... I'm going to run real quick through my instincts and traits, because they might come up. I base my character roughly off of Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley kind of character, so my instincts are always pick wildflowers or berries, always wake up at 6 a.m. sharp, never stay up past 2 in the morning, and always not expend, that's very different, extend the hand of friendship to a new acquaintance, including talking mice. That went so well for me. My traits are opportunistic, tenacious, faithful, familiar face, and curse of the night. Awesome. All right, let's talk about Ned.
I love how your second instinct has never ever come up or gotten you in trouble, but it's just such a good goof that it has to stay.
It does. It has to stay. There's one time where I really should have played up my inner turmoil about it more. But there's only one time that it's come up, so it's fine.
It's been a few times.
I guess a couple. Not too.
At the end of the day, the goof is more important than the Artha.
I really believe so. It's very vital to the character. I don't need to earn anything off of it. It just has to exist.
Yeah. Oh, we should start this next session at midnight.
Of course.
I'm feeling it.
My beliefs, though, I'm playing Ned Rollins, by the way. I'm a weirdo woodsman guy who carpenters stuff and makes whiskey. I'm technically homeless. I just live in Ashland's house. But I'm starting a business.
Yeah.
I'm getting back on my feet. And I didn't murder a bunch of mice, even though they drew first blood. So I'm improving. I also have a monkey. He's golden Tamaranian. Tamarin, I think that's what it's called. And his name is Jinx. And
he's
he
kind of
wears...
a little shit.
He is a little shit, but he has a great hat and a very nice vest.
Facts. Monkey facts.
My beliefs are Ashland is clearly capable of taking care of her farm, but she's always getting into some weird trouble or other. I will make sure she doesn't die alone in the mines. Belief 2, I need to make sure this hotel gets done so I can get back to the real job, building my brewery. Now that that's belief 2. And belief 3, now that I have the ice grain, I will need to experiment to try to find the perfect distillation process. First step is to get some of this grain milled so I can experiment. Instincts are measure twice, cut once, or always take my time. Instinct 2 is anger leads to hate, or never let my anger get the better of me. Instinct 3 is always make time to practice my brewing. My traits are Lord's favorite, man of few words, and Louis Woo.
Good stuff. All right. So are we starting at midnight? What's going on?
I think we're starting at midnight.
Of course we are.
Where do you guys sleep?
Well, I know Ashlyn has her own room on the farm, and I think that Ned sleeps in like the spare room that is not very well insulated, or like maybe in the dining room.
did you like make a room for you when you expanded the house, Ned?
No, I think I just like sleep somewhere.
Because you were
Like,
sleeping on the couch for a while.
Yeah, I think when we expanded the house, he did not actually put a room for himself and just continued to sleep on the couch.
yeah, I definitely did, because when we built the expansion, it was just the mouse house and extra space for Ashlyn and what's Ashlyn's wife's name?
Rachel.
Rachel.
Hmm.
Um, honestly, I think yeah, like Ned probably like sleeps on the couch or like sometimes on the floor. Like he probably didn't even think of it. He's lived outside for most of his life.
Hmm.
And he doesn't own any property or anything. So he probably like is very happy sleeping on the couch.
All right. Well, it's your job to keep the fire going then.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
So you know the fire's starting to get cold, and that wakes you up. It's very dark everywhere. There's not a whole lot of light. It feels like there's a lot of knickknacks in this room. A lot of memories from Uncle Bish. Um, I kind of visualize it as like, there's masks hanging on the wall, and there's little figurines or like figurines of like trees, like fake trees, and like lots of clay earthware on tables and cabinets around the room. So the light that's coming from the fireplace is like dancing all kinds of strange shadows on the walls.
We probably see Ned. He's like asleep on the couch, but he's like a little too big for the couch, right? And his hair is like kind of all over because he has this like mop of hair. um, and his boots are probably like on the floor, uh, maybe like with like a sock sticking out of one or something. Uh, and he like kind of like rolls off the couch and is just like, uh, Jinx, buddy, I need you to light the fire back up for us.
Can Jinx light the fire?
And even if he could, he probably wouldn't. And then, like, after a few minutes of like sitting there, like,
I think you
just,
could
like,
actually hear Jinx, but he's not in the room. Like you can hear, he's like we see this dark shape dart across the ceiling somewhere else in the house, and yeah, we can hear the scurrying of paws, but Jinx doesn't know how to set a fire. He said you never trained him to do that.
correct. So after a minute of just sitting there with his eyes closed, like wishing the fire alight, he's gonna groan. And is there wood in the house, or does he have to go outside?
I think there's wood in the house.
Okay.
The real question is, do you have the fire building skill?
No, but I am one test closer to learning arson.
Would you like to commit arson?
I mean, I don't want to
Seems
burn down
like
the
a
house.
bad
I
idea.
don't know where I picked up a test in arson, honestly, but I think I'm probably just gonna try to do fire building.
Yeah, do fire building. That seems safer.
Like it does.
Um, let's look up what skill fire building or stat fire building is based on. I
It
mean, I
uses
can't imagine this
perception.
is super hard because it's like
Ah,
it's not like I'm like making it out of
I should
wet
probably
wood or something,
get
or
my
like in a
Ah.
storm.
Oh no. Oh.
All right, what's so yeah, my intent here I think is just to like get the fire going and not have to deal with it, get a full night's rest here.
yeah. I'll give you this ops one. You get an extra die because you're building this fire in a fireplace from coals.
Cool. And what does failure look like?
You're going to waste all the wood to have to go outside.
Oh, that's really bad. I really don't want to have to do that. All right. ASOB 1. Boom.
That is
Boom.
successes. That is a successful number of successes.
Yeah, of course I get like the roll
Oh.
where I get 5 successes on 6 dice when I'm rolling against Ob 2, you know?
Right?
Of
But it's okay.
course.
It's okay.
That's
Oh,
how it
that's right. I
is.
need to keep forgetting it. I need to adjust.
So yeah, you get the fire going. Um, but you keep hearing other like noises inside the house.
I wonder if it's those damn varmints again. Um Hmm. I think like we like it, throughout like this there's like a whole little scene of like Ned like gets the fire going and maybe like pours himself like a drink or something to like get him to go get himself back to sleep. And then like there the whole time we hear the little like skittering noises.
Yeah, you just
Um
like put your head under covers and try to ignore everything.
yeah. But maybe it's like keeping me up and that's like what makes him like get up and pour himself a drink. Because he's like, you know, he just thinks he can't get to sleep, but then he realizes that the noise
Yeah.
is real. I want to try to see or track down whatever this thing is. Like if I can see like tracks or something, I would use tracking, but I don't know.
Yeah, you can't track them. You roll perception, I think.
Okay, cool.
Um, failure. You just made. Uh, you just hear Jinx.
Okay. And what is the ob?
This thing is fairly easy. We'll say it's Ob's one.
All
All
right.
right.
You got it.
So the noise is coming from the attic. It sounds like several creatures are up there, running around back and forth.
Yeah, Ned'll probably just like grab like his woodcutter's axe that's like probably just like next to like a bunch of the split wood he was using. Because I mean, you're not gonna shoot a bow in an attic. It's just not really gonna work.
Right?
Um, and he'll head up to the attic. He's gonna try to be like he's purposely trying to be like quiet enough that he's not gonna wake up anyone else in the house because he still thinks he's like maybe kind of hearing things and he doesn't want to bother anyone, especially
Yeah.
Bish.
He doesn't want to have to explain it if those noises are all in his head.
Well, yeah, it's like that, and also like I don't know. There's this like for even when you like, I don't know about you guys, but even when there's no one else in the house, when it's like dark and all of the lights are off, and there's like just like a little bit of light, I end up like finding myself being quiet, even if like I'm not intentionally trying to avoid waking someone up. I think it's kind of like one of those things where he's just like finds himself tiptoeing.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, I live in an old house, so the house is always settling and making creaking noises.
Mm-hmm.
And this house is doing that too, but this is like you can hear like the pitter patter of feet. So you said
Heading
you
up
grab a
there.
torch and you're heading up. So how do you get
I
up
said
to
I
that?
grabbed my woodsman axe, but I would probably
Yeah,
like
your
I guess I would
axe.
like light something for light too. I hadn't really thought of that, but yeah.
I mean, you can go up in the attic in the dark. That's fine.
No, I'll bring something for light.
All right, you get a torch. Um, how do we get to the attic? Is it like there's a hole with a ladder on it in the middle of the house, or how's it work?
Yeah, I think it's like one of those things where you like slide open a door and the ladder like comes down.
Oh, this is really fancy.
Because wasn't this house like pretty nice back before Ash had to fix it up?
It's pretty nice, but it's also like medieval construction, right?
Yeah, so maybe you like have a trap door and then there's like a ladder that like gets tucked behind like a some like wardrobe or something or like tucked in
Okay.
a closet.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is also like Harvest Valley kind of thing, so maybe there are spring mechanisms in this world.
Sure, sure.
But yeah, however you want to say it. So yeah, there's a ladder nearby that you take out of concealment and you use it to get up. And you like put your torch around, and you see Jinx, and you also see like half a dozen mice. And Jinx has something in his hand, and the mice are chasing him. And it seems like he's deliberately like playing keep away with the mice.
Does he look? Do they look like adventure mice?
No, they look like the adventure mice had this like rugged outdoorsy look, but these mice are like wearing tiny like ranger uniforms, and they all have like cloaks of different colors, capes.
God damn it, Golden. Uh,
I mean, we've talked about this.
I know,
of
but
times.
I didn't think it would be okay. Anyway, I'm gonna like finish climbing up, and I'm just gonna be like, "Damn it, Jinx, what are you doing there, buddy?" And then I'll look at the mice, and I'll be like, "Hey, what are you mouses doing?"
So the mouses, like, they look between you and them. They're gonna make a steel test. Can I roll steel? Oh, I have to use my NPC sheet.
You can just roll dice.
I want to press the button.
Fair.
Yeah. All right, we'll give them a steel of 5. And yeah. Oh, that's pretty close. So the mice, like they split up and they run in different directions. Each of them hiding under like a different box or like an old bag of clothes or yeah. There's also like a chest up here, and Jinx is like standing on top of a pile of crates, chittering.
So I'm gonna like walk over and try to grab whatever Jinx has. But while I like am crossing it, I'm gonna like set my axe down on like a
Sure.
box first, and I'm just gonna like call out softly to the mice and just be like, "All right, there, little buddies. I'm just trying to see what's going on. I'm not gonna do anything. I built a nice mouse house. It's not up there anymore.
So you take what Jinx has, and you look at it. It's a mouse, and this mouse is like wearing like a little robe and like a pointed hat with ribbon coming off of it.
Like I like take the little mouse and like set him down on the, or is it a, can I tell if it's male or female?
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
It looks like a feminine dress.
So I put the little mouse down on the chest and like take a knee so that I'm like eye level with the mouse. I'm like, "Hey there. Sorry about Jinx. He can be a bit of a prick."
And the mouse is like shivering with fear, and it squeaks out, "Thank you for saving me from that scary creature."
Oh, he's not so scary once you get to know him, are you, Jinx?
And Jinx like probably like makes his happy chittering laughter.
He's just a bit of a dick. You know, he was just trying to mess with you. Where are your friends? I promise I'm not going to hurt you. Are you guys lost? Do you need where the mouse town is down the way?
Well, I don't honestly know where I am. I've never been in here before. We don't come into your house unless we have to. And you see the other mice like they peek their heads out from behind, like where they hid. And, like they're all looking at you. They all got different hats on.
Well, you might want to be careful around here. We tried to warn all the mice. Estevan is building a mouse farm because he's a master carpenter all of a sudden. But you know, the city, they said they were going to be putting out traps in the lack. I mean, if you guys don't head over to, oh yeah, you want to be careful. We tried to warn all the mice. You know, we're building the mouse farm, and It'll be a nice animal farm and probably no clumsy political allegories and
Only
kinda
very
trails
well
off.
crafted political allegories.
Exactly. And he's like, I can maybe show you the way. What are y'all doing here?
I was kidnapped, and these brave mouse of the guard came to rescue me.
Mouse of the guard?
Well, we have to protect ourselves somehow.
So I'm guessing that's you folks. Now look at all like the mice that are like poking their heads out at me.
Yeah, the mice. I guess they'll come out of hiding, and like they form a line, and one of the mice takes off his hat. It's got this like a bit of down in it. It's not like a whole feather, and he squeaks up. That's right, sir. We're the mouse of the guard. We protect all the mice under our lord's rule. That bird really likes my mouse voice.
She wants to
Oh,
play
no.
too. Oh.
Pretty relax.
I'm sorry we
So-
upset your bird.
Ned
This is
will-
his happy noise.
I'm sorry
Ned
we've
will-
overstimulated your bird.
I guess I like kind of give like a like kind of like jokey salute, right? You know, I'm like pretending to be like all formal, but like kind of have a smile on my face too while I'm doing it. And I'm like, well, I hope you don't protect those damn adventure mice. They done poisoned me and my friend. That's why we had to set up the traps.
No, they've been banished from our town for their adventuring ways. Listen, you say they're going to put traps around town, but this is your farm. You won't let them put traps on your farm, will you?
Well, this is not my farm. This is well, it's kind of. I'm actually not quite sure if it's old Bish's house or if it's Ashland's now, but Ashland runs the place.
Can you ask her not to put traps? Then we won't have to leave this wonderful place you've built for us.
Well, here's the thing, little buddies. The whole idea, we used to have a marvelous mouse house on top of this here farm, and then we were gonna move it to the mouse farm, and you know I can take you there, but the idea was, you know, you guys wanted to relocate. Were you not a part of the discussion with the mice that was living upstairs?
Can't recall. Did you actually talk to the mayor? The mayor mouse?
We talked to the town fool first, and then he got us to talk to the mayor.
Right. All right. So the mouse guard, they say, well, there's a place being built, but we haven't even seen it yet. Would you be willing to take us to this new building, new place in the woods, so we can see what it's like?
Ned just gives a big sigh. And is like, well, I'm pretty busy. They got me building this hotel, and I'm working on a project with this special grain, make some crazy whiskey. You fellas look like you know your way out in the woods. You know, you got that nice little sword there, and I see you got that fancy cloak. I mean, if I give you directions, can you find it?
It'd be a journey of several days for us.
So you want me to carry you there, is what you're telling me.
I mean, also, you know where this is. But if you're too busy, we'll just have to wait till it's done being built. And hopefully you won't let any traps be put on the farm until we're all safe.
Oh boy. All right, well, I'll tell you what. We're not going tonight. We'll wait till tomorrow, and I'll take you over there. You guys can stay here. Stop making all the noise running around, and I'm trying to sleep, so it seems more like an Ashlyn problem. She likes helping people. She's a helping people type of person. I'll figure it out tomorrow. Just stay here. And he's just gonna like at this point he like walks back over, like picks up his wood axe, and then like swing, like I think he was like juggling the torch, the wood axe, and the drink as he like climbed up the ladder. And so he just like drinks the last of the drink and like heads down the ladder and just like, oh man, just goes to bed.
Just go to bed? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this to Ashlyn tomorrow. This is not a Ned problem. This is an Ashlyn problem.
I mean,
All right, so just before you
no.
fall asleep, you think you hear more scurrying upstairs, but you fall asleep. So
Yeah.
next morning at 6 a.m.,
Mhm.
you just
Bright
wake
and
up
early.
automatically.
Yeah. And it's just it's like flipping a light switch. There's like a little like kind of music that happens, and like my mind goes through the spreadsheet of how much money I've made from being an accountant.
It's just part of your morning ritual, waking up.
Exactly.
The funny thing about it is, like, if there's any farmer that would actually do it, it's the one who used to be an accountant and then came to run a farm.
I
Like,
know, right?
It actually works.
It's so perfect. It's so perfect. So she gets up and she goes and gets breakfast ready for herself and for Bish, and she probably does not get breakfast ready for Ned, just because she knows that Ned is going to sleep in, and it would be cold by the time that he's awake. And if Rachel's there, then of course she would get breakfast too.
Well, you wake up and it's actually a little bit extra drafty. Like you look around, and it's like the ladder to the attic is still in place, right?
Oh.
So a lot of the heat from the house has gone up into the attic.
I wonder why that's open. It sure is cold in here.
Ned is just on the couch snoring for sure.
I mean, that's pretty normal. So yeah, she's gonna take the time to close the ladder.
Okay.
And kind of like look over at Ned and just kind of shake her head in disappointment, but not wake him up. So she's gonna, go and just close the ladder and then go into the kitchen, make some breakfast, and take it into Bish. She probably is gonna like go and like knock on Bish's door and tell him that breakfast is ready, and see if he's up to coming and getting it. Otherwise, she'll bring it to him.
Yeah, he seems to be up to coming and getting it.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm getting up. Oh, these old bones. You hear like horrifying popping and cracking noises.
Also pretty normal.
But he's walking around. You can hear thumps of his footsteps in the room.
All right, Uncle Bish. Well, it'll be down on the table whenever you get here. And then she's gonna go out, go, get her breakfast, eat it up, and lay out breakfast for Uncle Bish, and then go tend to the fields.
Yeah, do you have any animals?
I don't actually. We
No
were just
livestock.
talking about this. I mean, Esteban's really the livestock person, but maybe I should get some chickens.
I think like by the time like Ashlyn's out like working, at some point while Ned's eating breakfast, he just like wakes up. He like sits up and he's just like, "Have you seen any mice running around, Bish?"
Like while I'm out,
Yeah.
of course.
I feel like if you have any kind of animals, it should be rabbit warrens. Just to
Ooh.
continue the role-playing game crossovers.
I mean, that could be next on my list, and that's definitely a thing that you can get in these types of games. So
Yeah. So Uncle Bish said if he saw anything last night.
I just asked him if he saw any mice.
Uncle Bish says, "Well, we got some mice in the field sometimes, and in the basement. Not recently. No, why?"
Never mind there, old man. Just eat up your breakfast. Where's Ashlyn? Ashlyn?
She's out in the fields. I look out the window and she's out there. It's got the early morning dew on all the plants, or a little bit of fog coming out of the ground. She's growing, was it turnips and
it was
Ice sweet.
There's ice wheat and spinach.
yes.
Ice wheat and spinach.
You succeed on the ice wheat farming role too, right?
Did I?
Oh no, I remember because the
was-
consequence was that it was gonna hurt our other crops because it's
Right.
perpetually winter around them.
Right. I failed that roll, so it's
Yeah.
probably damaged my spinach crops.
Hasn't damaged it yet. But you definitely know, like, over here, on the spinach crops, they're all, green and growing. And over in the ice fields, like, there's actually a layer of frost on the ground.
Mm-hmm. I mean, as you do. Is there a way I can like make a farming roll or something to
Yeah.
like fix that? It's like weeding, but it's defrosting.
Sure. Defrosting.
Yeah, I think that's appropriate. So
Okay.
I've got
Farming.
farming. Come on, click on farming.
Let me think, what kind of difficulty would this be?
It's really hard. It's really difficult because I have so much trouble like hitting the hitbox for the die roll in roll 20. I tried like 3 times.
You have to click on, like, the very pips sometimes.
It can be really annoying.
What you gotta do is you just gotta look to see when it turns into the little hand.
I know, but
Yeah.
it's not always. And if
Always
even when
is.
it's the little hand, if you're not already on the window, the first time you click, it just selects the window. And then you move the mouse just slightly, and it's not a little hand anymore.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so unless this
have-
is a particularly low roll, I'd really like to just throw a bunch of forks at it so I can succeed.
Well, I'm looking at it. It's just like farming is the knowledge of this stuff. I feel like. Yeah, I'll be abs too.
Okay. I'm gonna toss in farming wise, which will put me to 3, which will make it difficult.
Okay.
And I think that will keep it as difficult.
Would it be 3 against 2?
It is 3 against 2.
3 against 2 is difficult.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. Then I will leave it there.
All right. Well, the consequences for failure if you fail, you're going to think too much of it is frozen.
Mm.
Because if you remember, you're supposed to plant this crop on the day of the last freeze.
Yeah.
And if these are all looking frozen to you, you might assume that they've gone bad.
All right. Well, let's. I might mess this up. I don't. See, the thing is if it was just my crops, I could live with that. But these are Ned's crops, and so
Yeah.
I have to think about this because, you know what? You know what? I think she's going to pray for guidance beforehand. So,
Okay.
I mean, let's see. I really should bookmark this page. Do you have it? Do you have it memorized? Oh, there it is. There it was. Okay, here we go. 524. So my faith is 5.
Oh, it's after sorcery.
Yeah. Um. Well, the problem is that even if I use magic, it's gonna add the dice. It's still gonna count against me, and I'm not gonna get the test. So I'm gonna have to spend Persona instead, because it's very
Yeah.
important for me to.
You want this test, huh?
I want the.
This is the perpetual challenge.
The
of
test
Burning
is
Wheel.
more important than your ice.
Look, I'm the first person to throw my fellow players under the bus for a difficult or challenging test, so I'm the wrong person to get angry about that.
Okay. Yeah. So that's resources. That's not what I want to roll. Let's try again. Farming. Here we go. +1, and 1 persona. Base ob is 2.
Yep.
Ooh. Oh, I forgot I'm wounded.
Ooh.
Oh, that sucks. You could have gotten the extra. Oh, that's really annoying.
Nope, it's fine. It's just totally fine. It's worth it.
Yeah, so Ned,
I really
you
need
looking
to-
out the window.
I need to really stop. I need to stop being wounded. Is what I need.
Gotta let time go by.
I mean,
Gotta
the
let time
time
pass.
just keeps slipping
Yeah.
into the
it
future.
does.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why that made me laugh so hard. It's
It really
just so
shouldn't,
perfect.
but
So then, like, do you look out the window or do you go outside to talk to Ashlyn or?
Well, I'm going outside to talk to Ashlyn. Honestly, like, I doubt I would even notice what she's doing. Like, I have green wise, but I don't have farming.
I mean, you would notice this because there's like a very large pile of plants, like that she's pulled out of the ground, and it looks like they're like covered in frost.
it's probably fine.
They do look like baby little green shoots.
It's probably fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
It's Ashlyn's farm. She told me she was
Okay.
getting me ice wheat, getting me that grain.
Just trust me
That's
completely.
that's her part of the deal we struck that was very favorable for me and really not that favorable for her. I'm gonna trust. I'm gonna trust.
Okay.
But I will
foolish.
say, hey Ashlyn,
Oh, Ned, I see you're awake. Hello.
got more mice upstairs.
More mice?
Yep.
Like, different ones?
Yep.
Oh, I see. Are they causing trouble?
Well, they woke me up, but I think that might have been more Jinx's fault.
Jinx has
Actually, also the fire woke me up. I guess technically they just kept me up.
the fire? Was something wrong with the fire?
Well, usually in the middle of the night, the fire goes out. Ned gets up, makes the fire go again, and then goes back to sleep. Maybe has a little, a little nightcap or something.
Okay.
But then there was mice upstairs.
Okay. And they kept you up?
Yeah, they want me to take them to the mouse town. They said they can't get there on their own. Seemed like the kind of thing you were into.
When you say Mousetown, you mean the one that we're building out in the forest, right?
The one that Esteban Master Craftsman is building.
You mean the one that Esteban's building? Okay. You know, it would help if we had his one of his horses, but we could take them out there. Wouldn't be a problem. It's not very far.
Excellent. So you'll take care of it? Sounds great. I'm gonna go to leave unless you say something.
Like she doesn't actually like say anything. She just kind of
Yeah, so Ned walks out of your 1 square talking radius,
right.
and a cutscene occurs where he walks off screen.
Look,
How
I
well
got a
do you know
job.
Ned's schedule?
I got a
Oh,
job to do.
jeez.
She knows where I'm going. I got a job to do. I'm the foreman.
That's true. I do know where to find him. So,
Yeah.
I'm not too terribly worried about that.
What it really comes down to is Ned doesn't care about these mice. He knows that Ashlyn is too nice not to care about these mice, but he doesn't want to deal with it. So he knows that Ashlyn won't actually ask him to help because he would be obligated to do it if she asked him to help. But he knows that she is just gonna really, basically, he's gambling on the fact that Ashlyn will just take care of it and will feel too polite to like try to actually make Ned do this job that he has. Which may be wrong, but we'll find out.
I mean, I don't think you're too far off. I think she's, well, I guess it's gonna matter how many mice that she needs to transport. If it's something she can do on her own. Because if she finds out that she's just physically incapable of transporting all of these mice by herself, then obviously she is going to enlist the aid of others.
I see. Well, I guess you could always ask the mice.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. She's gonna go poke her head up and ask the mice.
Yeah, so you go in the attic, and there are 4 mice there, and it looks like they're huddled around a little tiny campfire.
Wait.
In your attic.
Excuse me? Could you maybe not have a fire in the attic? The whole building's made out of wood. I would hate for it to catch fire.
All right, so one of the mice like takes some sand out of a pouch and stamps the fire out, and another mouse with like a red hat, he says, a red cape, he says, "We're sorry, miss. Well, you know, there's always a fire going in the great mouse house in the sky. We gotta keep warm somehow."
Well, of course. Is it Well, I thought
It's
it
like
would be.
hmm, it's like having a fire on a boat.
Uh, uh, uh,
Gotta make sure the whole boat doesn't burn down.
yeah, exactly. You don't want to burn your boat.
That's right.
My house is like a boat.
Exactly.
Well, that's. Thank you. Well,
Are you the
I.
one that was sent to take us to the forest?
Yeah. I was gonna help you get out to the forest. How many of you are there?
Well, just us four. We're gonna check it out for the others.
Okay. I mean, it's not quite ready yet, but I can take you out there.
It's not ready. But the other one said the traps are coming. We don't know that.
It's gonna be ready before they set any traps.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Esteban is a master craftsman.
All right, if you say so.
She like nods enthusiastically.
So the mice, they'll jump into your arms.
Okay.
And they'll hang on to your whatever kind of cloth or garment you're wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you're just gonna walk them to where Esteban's building the place.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen what he's actually building.
It's a mystery.
So I think I won't describe what he's actually building, or we won't judge the labors he's put into this project.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the mice will look around this area and see if it's safe. So let's see how they roll there. Um, Yeah, it's this was survival for these mice. Let's see here. What is
Survival is
good
not a skill in
odds?
Burning Wheel. It's only in mouse guard.
No,
I
there
thought
is
you were
one.
looking for this. Oh, there is.
Yeah, uses will perception.
Huh.
It's something used to build shelters, find water, and stay warm or cool. So they are looking
Well,
for
yeah. There you go.
yeah. What is this abs 3? Hmm. Okay. So I think the mice say, well, it's definitely safe from the traps in town, but there's just not any food. There's, and then they point out, like, there's a stream nearby, but it's actually, he's building it in like this pine forest, and like there's no berries or anything else to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no, and you know that pine needles generally make farming very difficult because they'll make the soil too acidic to grow things in. And I might say, I don't know if our people could survive out here.
Um, well, I know that this um yeah, but she like kind of looks around. She's got farming wise.
Yeah,
She would know that probably.
yeah.
So, can I roll some kind of farming wise to like know of like a counter for that so that they would
Yeah,
be
you want to find them a food source.
yeah.
What food source do you think there would be? Why?
Uh,
That's how wises work. Because you just say, well, maybe they can eat this, and if you roll well, then it's
well,
true.
my theory was to find something that could grow in the acidity of the
Ah,
in the acidity of the soil. Um, Kelsa does not know enough about farming to say what that might be. But I think that she could
oh,
that Ashlyn could probably know something. Um, maybe some kind of berries or
I'm using the magic powers of Google.
that's cheating.
Apparently, the best is potatoes,
Okay, yeah, potatoes.
but
Sounds good.
also radishes, parsley,
Hmm.
chili peppers. That
And
explains a lot.
I think maybe like none of these are like native to the area,
Yeah,
but like she knows about them and
yeah,
is able to like tell them about what what she knows and what she's found out.
sure. So why
Yeah.
don't you make a wise roll?
Okay. Yeah.
If
Let's.
you succeed, you can tell them about all these various plants. But if you fail, those seeds aren't available in
Of
this area.
of course not. Um.
Yeah,
I mean, because I think them being non-native that makes sense, but also the possibility that we'd have like stock in the seed bank makes sense too. What
yeah.
kind of ob am I looking at?
So it's like details.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. Details is obs 3.
Ops 3. Okay. Let's do some forks. I'd like
Okay,
some farming to my farming
sure.
guys. I think also, um, I don't think I'm allowed to do that. Grain wise,
Grain wise, none of these sound like grains.
I don't think any of them are actually. So maybe that's maybe you're right there. Uh, I think that might be it.
Is mayonnaise
Ooh,
a grain?
No.
no. You make those from eggs.
Yeah. I don't think observation would help me. Read's not gonna help me unless I have a book on these things that I could refer to. Boy, that's it.
Wow.
I got one.
Time to roll.
All right, yeah, let's do it. One, no Artha, base ob 3. Hey, I did it!
Whoa.
Boom.
Yes, and it
Nice.
was difficult because I'm still wounded.
Cool.
Nice. I don't need to spend my Artha on that 6 because I succeeded.
So what do you think?
Yes.
What do you think Rachel actually has seeds for?
Definitely parsnips.
Parsnips.
Probably parsley. That was one of the things you said, or was it parsley?
Parsley.
Oh, yeah, parsley. Yeah, definitely parsley.
It's probably got to be potatoes.
Probably
right?
potatoes.
Do
Like
potatoes have seeds?
they don't. You
They
get
have
stock.
eyes.
You keep stock potatoes, and
Oh,
then you divide them by their eyes to make more potatoes. So, but you keep them as whole potatoes until you're ready to.
the more you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I do know. About how to grow potatoes. Yeah. So and maybe some peppers. But I don't think they want peppers. Like, I feel like mice don't like peppers.
Let the mice talk and like, oh, there could be food. We could farm. How expensive are these seeds?
Got him over a barrel, Ashley.
Well, I don't. I don't sell them directly. Rachel does, but I'm sure we can find you a good deal. A small
stock to get you started, and then you can always save from year to year to continue.
All right. Could you arrange a meeting with whoever we could buy the seeds from then?
Of course.
All right. Well, we'll talk to our town and see what we can raise.
Do you need a
What do
right?
humans use as money anyway?
Usually coins, but I bet,
Coins.
well, now I don't want to speak out of turn, but there have been some mouse bandits that stole a very important key to her seed bank, and she really wants it back. If you could locate that, I'm sure we could arrange some kind of a reward.
Oh, you're talking about the League of Adventurer Mice?
That's what they call themselves.
Oh no.
They weren't very nice.
They're the
poisoned
most
me,
dangerous mice
and
in this
Rachel.
entire valley.
Seems like they've got friends with a bird. It's frightening.
We don't know how they managed to tame that bird. Our, our mothers whisper it about it to us. Our children in their sleep, warning them not to leave the safety of town. Well, we will try and gather a band of heroes to recover that key. I can't promise we'll succeed.
Well, if you're willing to try, that would mean an awful lot. Otherwise, I'm sure we can still work out some deal.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
Thank you.
But yeah, a ride, or if you would take us back to town, that would be most generous.
Of course.
All right, so they hop back on, little mice,
Mm-hmm.
and you walk back, and I guess the mice are used to riding big animals. Just not usually people.
I'm a big animal.
We're all big animals. And yeah, I think that's good for that scene.
Cool.
Let's take a look. What beliefs can I hit?
I was going to work on the hotel.
Yeah, you're going to work. So you get to Carmichael's, I guess it's like a wagon. Just imagine like a large covered wagon with canvas on top. And he's got like, like I say, like a dozen, he's got like a whole wagon train there. And you show up to work and there's already people, loading up wagons full of wood from the lumber yard, and hitching up wagon trains and all that. Mr. Carmichael, he's I think he's actually out among the wagons, shouting orders and stuff. And he's getting a little bit muddy, but he seems to be taking like a hands-on approach to this construction progress. There's also, I think, 3 other carpenters nearby him, and they keep showing him like blueprints that they've drawn. And he's like, no. And I think that's when you show up.
Yeah, so I'm like, I just kind of like am standing at the periphery of this for a while, like looking at these drawings. Unless somebody says anything to me, I'm just gonna like wait and like listen and like try to see what's going on until someone notices me and says something.
Lurking.
I'm a man of few words.
You know, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Why you're all inconspicuous?
Well, I'm not like trying to be hidden, right? Like I'm just waiting for someone to notice me. I'm just not going to be the first one to speak up.
Yeah, but you're trying to take a look at these papers without also making a scene or making your presence, directly here.
Okay, so it'd be like if I succeed, I get information on the plans, and if I fail, they notice me.
If you fail, yeah, you'll have to like join their politics to
Okay.
get a view of what they've planned.
Cool. All right.
Let me take a look at the obs. This is inconspicuous.
Gotta love them politics.
Let's see here. Where is that? There it is.
Gotta climb the corporate ladder.
Yep. Versus observation. Well, carpenters don't have that much observation, do they?
I don't have that skill.
I didn't think so.
Sounds like a no.
So let's say their average observation is untrained. So they'll roll perception of 4 against whatever you roll.
Yeah,
so we'll divide there in half.
I've got. I'm just rolling will. So.
Oh, you're just rolling will.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you got a obs of 1. Oh, I mean obs of 2.
And I fail.
You fail.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
So you go to like grab one of these papers and the guy like pulls it out of your hands and he's like, "Who are you?" And everyone turns to look at you. And Mr. Carmichael like, "Oh, this is Ned. I've hired him on to be the lead architect of this project." And all of a sudden you realize all the carpenters hate you because they all thought they were the lead architect.
I'm just gonna look at all of them and just be like, "Yep."
Yeah, I'll just give you dirty looks. And
So
Mr. Carmichael says, Ned says he knows how to get our project back on track.
Yep. So, let's see what you ladies and gentlemen put together. What you got?
One of the other carpenters says, all right. Well, I think first you should show us what you have planned. And they all like stand around waiting for you to produce your designs.
Oh, I must have missed something. You're the lead architect? Oh, no, that's me. So show me the damn plans.
Wasn't the job of the architect to draw up the plans?
I thought my job was carpentry, by the way. I'm not an architect. I'm like really bad at that, just so you know.
Yeah, your job was to finish the job, right?
Like I thought you were a project manager.
You wanted
to
become
exactly the same
controller.
Basically, I wanted to be the foreman. So like I'm the guy who would
foreman.
Yeah, like so I'm managing the project, but like I would also help with labor and stuff, but I wouldn't be drawing plans up.
All right, so why don't you say that you don't have plans?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna be like, well, this project's already quarter, close to half done. I mean, you think I'm just gonna tear the whole thing down and start over? I'm a carpenter. I'm here to get this thing done, not to make pretty drawings. I build things.
All right, why don't you give me a persuasion check?
Don't bother persuading them. Sure, it's fine.
This is gonna go great, I'm sure.
Let's see what this guy is rolling.
Well, this should just be against will, right?
He's also no, he's rolling he's not rolling persuasion. He's trying to like if this was dual wits, he'd be doing obfuscation. I think he's using
Secretly, he doesn't have a plan either.
Yeah, he's using falsehood.
Alrighty. I'll roll it up first, I suppose. I don't have
Okay.
persuasion, but I am learning it.
You don't have persuasion.
Here we go.
Get with the persuasion program.
Abs won. You beat him. Actually, it's a tie.
So we technically tie if he has falsehood. I'll re-roll the 6 just to see if we don't have to worry about figuring out who's defending.
Sure. I think you're defending, though. All right, you succeed.
Succeed.
Nice.
So yeah, you're like, oh, it's not my job to have plans, and Carmichael says that's right, and he goes in his briefcase and he pulls out a plans and hands them to you. Says, here are your plans, architect.
Well, this seems like some excellent plans. All right, gentlemen. Shall we get to work building things and not sitting around doing whatever the hell this is?
Oh, where do you want to start?
So how do you want to do this, Golden? Like, do you want me to make like a series of carpentry rolls? Do you want me to like make a roll to like decipher these plans and then do carpentry stuff? Like,
I feel like first you should like evaluate, like make a wise check to see what needs to be done, and then we'll handle that with a couple
Alright.
carpentry checks.
so probably carpentry wise.
Yeah, you have carpentry wise.
I-
And yeah,
I-
you
I
seem
don't-
to have. You
I
don't
have-
have it.
No, I don't have carpentry wise. I have carpentry.
All right, let me take a look at what you got.
I mean, it's totally fine if this is just a test for something I don't have. Like,
Yeah. All right, I think it is going to be architecture, and not a wise then, because you gotta read the plans. That's what the obs will be.
cool.
Reading the plans.
Do you have reading?
Oh, is it engineering maybe, not architecture? Is architecture its own skill?
Yeah, it is its own skill.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, architecture is used to use existing plans and designs to navigate buildings and structures. So this will be OBS 4.
Oh, no. All right.
If you can't read the plans, you can't build what Mr. Carmichael wants.
No doubt about it. All right. Perception, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Too bad perception doesn't advance on fails.
Oh. All right, so yeah, you do not understand what Mr. Carmichael wants to build.
You've got
looks
one
like-
6 that could explode 7 times. No, maybe not. Sorry.
So he's building a 4-story building in a world where most buildings are 1 or 2 stories at the most. There isn't the only thing taller than this, or even as tall, would be the clock tower in the center of town. Every other building in this entire region, and even in the city where you are, like there's only like half a dozen buildings this tall.
All right.
So you're trying to figure out, how do I build a 4-story building, and like you're just not familiar with any of the mathematics involved or the construction methods.
Well, I guess I'll start it the way I start any house. Gotta build the floor first.
Okay, so you're just going to like piece by piece, like have the whole crew start at the bottom and go up.
I don't know any.
All right.
I mean, that's how I would build a two-story. I don't know anything about building houses. I don't know how you build a house. So, like me,
Yeah.
Sam, Ned does. I guess whenever I see houses being constructed, they have like the frame first, right?
No, you should foundation, then the floor is next. Um, walls usually come near the end. You can actually do the walls after the roof if you really want.
So I mean, I'll basically just start doing what I would do with a two-story building, and go from
Okay.
whatever they've got.
Okay.
Because I built a two-story building, and as far as Ned's concerned, it's just like I built a building, so I'll just build a building and make it
So
more.
let's treat this as like it was a link test and add a +1 obs to your carpentry check.
Cool.
You are trying to build a floor, which is obs 4.
This becomes 5.
Yeah.
Are any of these guys helping me?
You will get 4 help dice.
That's a lot of dice. All right. Can I fork in tree-wise to know
Sure.
like which wood is best?
Yeah.
And also tree cutting, because we obviously have to cut the planks into shape and everything.
Actually, you don't. This
Oh.
all wood is pre-cut. It's been shipped in from outside of town.
All right. Then...
So you cannot use that unless you want to locally source your own lumber.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I think that's all I got because mending is not for this.
Not unless you screw up first.
5. Oh my god, 1 success on 10 dice?
Ooh,
Oh,
it's a
no.
6 though.
What?
It's a 6.
What?
Oh no.
This is amazing. Who boy?
What just happened?
This is how you play Burning Wheel.
Oh my, hold on. I need to pull this up. The odds of that happening, of only
And
getting,
burning the wheel, 100%.
well, yeah, but like the actual statistical ob of rolling against ob 2 and rolling 10 dice and only getting 1 success is like 0.1% or like yeah, right around 1%.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It's harder
good.
than rolling a natural 1.
A lot harder. It's rolling a natural 1 on a D100.
It's rolling a natural 1 and confirming that natural 1.
Basically.
So, geez. I guess you build the floor, but I think the problem with the floor is that someone actually falls through the floor and they die.
That's the first person I've killed. First blood.
Wow. What a
Um,
tragedy.
That is a
And-
tragedy.
Mr. Carmichael has to send everybody home.
Does the guy have workman's comp?
He's
All
dead.
right, that's for if you get injured. Does he have life insurance?
I don't think life insurance existed in the medieval age.
Accidental death and dismemberment.
That's the one.
However, I believe that if you kill someone, you have to send their family some money.
That's pretty reasonable.
Well, technically speaking, Mr. Carmichael killed someone.
And
That's true.
No, that's serious. Like if someone gets hurt on a job site, like the people might get fired, but like the person who's gonna get sued is not gonna be Joe Schmo Carpenter. It's gonna be the company.
No, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right.
So Mr. Carmichael, he's upset, but he has money. Yeah, we'll roll his money. What's a reasonable obs to pay off a family who died?
I mean,
Um,
ob 2 would be this guy's salary.
yeah, it's a little bit low. So like a lifetime of salaries, Ob's 4. Phew.
He's taxed.
Wow. We are just rolling fantastically tonight.
So funny.
Mm.
Oh, those
He might have
threes.
like a fund or something to get taxed for him, but
Yeah, I think he wasn't using any funds or anything. He's just using his own resources. So he's just gonna take the tax. I mean, you don't want your funds getting taxed
no,
because
because they
that's how
go
you
away.
destroy your funds.
Yeah, they go away.
So I don't think he was using a fund there. He just gets taxed. Mr. Carmichael, this has actually now hurt him financially, and Mr. Carmichael loves money
More than he loves people,
more than he loves people.
of course.
But he did send everybody home. He didn't make them work when somebody died.
That's nice of him.
Is it? Is it that nice? It's not that nice.
I mean, it's nicer than making them work whilst, like, somebody's
Well,
dead.
Sure, you're not wrong.
But, you know, it could have been nicer. You're right.
I think he gets some day laborers out of the town to drag this body out of the basement and bury them in a ditch.
That's
Mr.
dark.
Carmichael,
I don't think that's what you're supposed to do with dead bodies.
it's not.
You're supposed to give them back to their family.
This isn't that kind of a setting, man.
I mean, I guess.
They can't preserve the body for the trip back to the city.
No, that's
Fair
true.
enough.
I mean, in the old days, somebody died. You had the funeral like the next day, where there was nothing left to look at.
It's true.
You know, he'll send them money back to their families, and you know, a letter says apologies.
Sorry I
Yeah.
killed your kid. Bye.
Hiring the best carpenter has ever been.
I'm a pretty good carpenter.
You
I'm-
are.
Based on what we just saw, I'm statistically better than all of the other carpenters here, because otherwise they would have given me 2 dice and not 1. So really, no one could have done this. If I can't do it,
If I can't do it, no one can. I mean, yeah, that's egotistical
Yeah,
but fair.
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Mr.
Is that the end
Carmichael's
of the
like-
scene? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
He's like, "Hey, are you sure you've ever worked on a building like this before?"
No, I've never worked on a building like this before. You said you needed me.
You said you're the only one who can complete this building.
No, I'm pretty sure that I said I was the only one who could complete this building on time.
You
That's
still
the way I
think you can
remember it.
complete this on time?
Oh, Lord, no.
I see. All right, I think that's soon.
Yeah. Good times.
Okay. You guys want to take a break?
I know you were just not feeling well. Did you want to call it here a little early tonight?
Yeah, we have been going about an hour and a half, so
Yeah, that's fine. I am not feeling that great tonight. And I think we progressed things a little bit in most directions.
In most
And
directions.
I really want to see what Adam is doing on the mouse house in the forest.
yeah, I don't want to jump too far in the future for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree too.
I definitely don't want to go back to that scene until we have Adam again.
Also
So,
agreed.
Yeah, let's end it there. I'm sorry, everybody. It's a shorter session, but without Adam, and also, I am sick. So I asked if we could maybe be a little bit shorter today.
And I'm totally
But
fine with that. So
Yeah,
we
shout
got
outs to Golden for
playing while
playing
sick.
while he's sick. That's
It's hardcore.
No
Yeah.
joke.
I
Thank
just
you,
really
man.
hate missing sessions.
I mean, yeah, me too.
I mean, there is a certain level of sick where I would be like, "You guys can rot in hell," but
You're not
we're
there
not
yet,
there yet.
so
We're
yeah,
not there
yeah,
yet.
cool.
All right.
Want to do some quick Artha? I don't know if we.
Oh
I don't know if
yeah,
anybody got anything
Arthas.
actually.
It up.
I think I got some.
You got some.
Let's see. I did not use my magic, but I thought about it. I
No.
didn't talk to Ash. Esteban is missing, and
Yeah.
let's see.
Unfortunately.
Let's see. Extended hand of friendship didn't really go in any weird directions. Yeah, I don't think. Actually, I don't think I got any Artha.
Unfortunate.
It was a short one.
I should have changed my belief to something about farming when I knew Esteban wasn't here, but I didn't do it. But that's
Well, at least you got to do some farming. With
I
the
did.
mice.
I mean, it has happened. Farming has happened.
Farming has happened.
So yeah, Sam did Ned get some Artha then?
I think so. So I worked towards getting the hotel done, but
Absolutely.
made backwards progress.
That's still work towards.
Yes.
I mean, maybe you can get back to the real job now.
Yeah, maybe I'll get fired. But the whole point of doing this was so that I could get people to help me with the brewery.
Yeah, yeah. As long as I take fate.
Instincts. Don't think so. Man, a few words maybe got me in trouble because I just tried to like grab the.
Oh, yeah, totally. Take a fate for that.
Cool. All right, 2 fate. I'll take it.
Blood
Not bad.
Artha.
It
Yeah,
is
All right.
seriously blood Artha.
You
I am
murdered
a
someone, so that's how we get skill. That's how we get XP, right? We're playing.
right.
D&D.
Yeah, I level up now.
Murder hobo.
Pretty sure I level up now.
But you said it was Mr. Carmichael's fault, so he leveled up.
Oh,
Damn it.
damn you, Mr. Carmichael, and your kill stealing.
That was good. I'm glad we played tonight.
Yeah, so am I. It was good
Yeah.
to get something on the books. at
Hopefully we'll
least.
have the whole team next time. And
And hopefully you're feeling better.
oh, my dad's been sick for 2 weeks. This is like a very long-lasting illness, apparently.
Great.
I think I have the same one, but also my immune system's better, so I may be better.
Fair.
Whatever.
Well, hopefully.
Meanwhile, I'll try to figure out how to get an actually green screen.
Yeah. I mean, I ordered mine off the internet.
The web, the World Wide Web.
So the thing is, this is green, but my lighting in my room is yellow.
I really think it's your webcam because you're like, it's not just your green screen that looks washed out.
Mhm.
Like your shirt looks weird colored too, unless
So
it's
here's the
supposed to be
thing.
like weirdly lime green.
I used my phone at the store to measure the color of this cloth. Now that I'm measuring it in my room, it's measuring it a different color. With like 60% more yellow, which is significant.
That is significant. That is significant.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to mess around with my lights a little bit because I have LED lights. But it may be that also like the glass shrouding around the lights is giving a yellowish tint. I may have to find more optically clear bulbs for my lamps.
Could be.
That's
Yeah.
a possibility.
Could be.
I'll think about it. Also, like one of my lights is literally bouncing off of my board game collection. So maybe I should put in some like paper inside so that it bounces off something white instead of some old yellowed cardboard. That might be causing some of it. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Couldn't be.
It may be because my room is blue, therefore it's absorbing all the yellow light. I don't. Whatever. No,
Maybe.
that's not it.
Cool.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Who knows? Well, let's do some outros then. In that case, Golden, you got anything going on?
Yeah. No. Well, we're starting GURPS on
Yeah.
Friday,
Yeah.
Sunday.
Uh huh.
We're going to be doing a game of Microscope to just create the world of GURPS.
Nice.
And then we're going to let the GM make us characters because GURPS is hard.
Yes.
And then we're going to play GURPS. So if you want to see like creating a role-playing game setting with Microscope, like we did for this game, pop in Sunday night on my Twitch channel.
Cool.
I've always thought that GURPS sounds like a sound effect that someone would use in a comic book for like somebody burping loudly. Like GURP.
It's not too far off.
I mean, it's a good name.
Yeah. I have never played that game because
It's also a good game.
I've
You should play
played
sometime.
one time. My friend's brother ran it for us, and he also made our characters for us. No, we didn't make our. No, I think. Well, he helped us make sure that they were decent, but it was one shot, and
I think-
it was like zombie apocalypse. It's pretty
that's
cool.
cool.
My character.
I think the reason. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I
Keep
was just saying
interrupting
my character was not that he didn't have very much motivation of his own. He was like a grunt in the military, and so when everything went to shit, he's like had no idea what to do. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. I feel like the reason I've never picked up GURPS is mostly just because I very rarely am like starting a game and I'm like, man, no game will fit the like type of fiction I want to tell. It's like most of the time it's like, oh, I want to play like X, Y, and Z. All right, well, there's a game that does that, or I could build it out of GURPS.
Yeah, I definitely feel you there because there's GURPS is meant to be generic, so you could put whatever you want to it. But when you've got something else that does that better already, it seems kind of like not the ideal system.
Yeah, I'm with you. I should probably say what I'm doing this week.
Yeah, I heard it's a bunch of stuff.
I am doing a bunch of stuff. Tomorrow, I am going to be facilitating Polaris on Eric Vulgaris' channel. On Saturday, I will be running our second of a mini-series episode of our mini-series of Blades on Xmas Ginger Ninja's channel. On Sunday, I will be back at the Burning Wheel with AP Gaming Reel on his channel. And then on Monday, I will be playing D&D 5e on Crit Dice Gaming's channel. So that's all of the stuff I'm doing.
That's a lot of stuff.
It
Congratulations.
is. It's going to be a busy weekend. I'm excited.
I can only imagine.
So yeah.
Cool. And where can people find you on the internet?
Oh, that's important. I'm at twitch.tv/wizandfool, on Twitter at @thewizandfool. I haven't been doing a lot of streaming of my own lately, but I absolutely always tweet out when I'm about to be on a role-playing show. So follow me and come watch more games.
Cool. Well, Golden had to go, but you can find him on his stuff, Golden WH, and well, you can see it in the doobly-doo if you're on YouTube. Anyway, I'm Kelsa. This is my channel. I play role-playing games on the internet, in case you hadn't figured that out yet. Somehow you made it all the way to this part and you didn't know that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just being a dork. On Mondays, I also stream random games that my brother encouraged me to get. Currently, I am playing Slime Rancher. And I played this game when it was still in Greenlight, Steam Greenlight, and I loved it then. And then I kind of not beat it, but like went as far as you could in the Greenlight release at that point, and really felt like I'd played all of it. But now that it's officially released and it's significantly more featureful, I'm playing through again, and hopefully I'm gonna to beat that through. So that's pretty much what I've got going on. And you can follow me on Twitter at Kelsa, Twitch it's Kelsa Delphi, and that's me. That's our show. Thanks for coming out, and don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, all that good junk, like you do. I'm gonna kick us back over to the title screen with the lovely song from Drummer Boy, as we all love. Good night.